Darlington. I know you're not one to stir up controversy, but the big talking point this week has been the officiating from the game on Saturday. Obviously, it was announced yesterday that additional suspensions to the staff. Just as a captain of this team, what was kind of your reaction, not only to the officiating, but kind of how you guys handled it in the match? Because I know Coach Nancy said afterwards he felt like you guys didn't let it kind of take over.
Yeah, definitely. Officiating is officiating. Not much you can do about it. You just gotta play the game, which I feel like the group did. Responded well. Kept pushing, got the tie. Even with the man down, we're trying to win the game. So, great response by the group, and hopefully that builds us and makes us stronger.
And as you spin it forward to this weekend, you won't have not Coach Nancy, you don't have Cucho. Just kind of how does that impact things in your eyes in terms of how you prepare for a trip out to Portland?
Obviously, the preparation is the preparation. So I'm sure he'll prepare us well for the game. And then obviously you miss Cucho, big miss. What he's doing this season, some goals and then the assists he's providing. So obviously we'll miss him. The guys have stepped up when the guys have been gone. So I think we'll be the same.
I assume you've had experiences where a head coach hasn't been available throughout your career. How different is it when a new guy is on the sideline? I know you're not in direct communication throughout the game, but halftime, just what's the difference when an assistant steps in or whatever the situation may be?
I think the big difference I've noticed is the group just rallying together, trying to get a win for whoever stepped in, just to make them feel more comfortable and try to perform as best as we can. And just I would say that just more urgency from the group, trying to make sure that we make everything as good, as smooth as possible while head coach is gone.
Is that essentially what you guys did on Saturday as well, after the ejections and everything, and then the goal gets scored? Actually, I think the goal had already been scored. So just to tie it up, is that essentially what you guys was driving you? Is just kind of do it to for everything that happened?
Yeah, definitely. For coach and then for staff, and then for the players that got thrown out the game. So definitely, I think that drove us. And I think being a man down as well, I think you had that feeling that we knew if we could just tie this game up, I would feel like a win. Which they feel like a win because of the circumstances, and the crowd was behind us as well. So it was a great atmosphere and a great team performance.
Did it feel like a win?
A little bit, considering everything. A little funny, but it felt like a win.
When's the last time you've been through a game kind of that wild? Do you remember?
I think that's probably it. That might be the wildest game I've been a part of. Officiating, the red cards and everything. And to tie the game up as well. Man down. So I think that's probably the wildest game I've been a part of.
Yeah.
What can you say about Sean? I know we've asked you about him before, but he scored some big goals this year, obviously, but playing multiple positions within games, just his ability, and I know he played some last year, but his first real season with the first team.
No, he's been great. One of the smartest players that I've ever played with. Like you just said, his ability to adjust in game, just to different positions, and then obviously the goals that he scored for us, big time goals towards the end of the game to save us some points. So I'm not surprised by everything he's doing. I think he still has more that he can do, and he feels the same way. So the future's bright for him.
Wilfred is obviously very stoic. He's not usually. He's very reserved and calm usually. Were you guys surprised to see his reaction to that non-call there? It felt like obviously that was building through the whole game.
Not too much, like you said, it was building. So it was building, it's not too surprising, but a little bit as well. He's calm, but I think everyone has their breaking point. Like I said, the way the game was going, and he felt like we deserved a little bit more fairness out of the game. So, his reaction is his reaction, and I'm sure it pumped the group up to go ahead and get that tie.
Were you guys as players surprised yesterday when you saw, that it was like there was additional penalty on top of the mandatory one game?
Yeah, I was a bit surprised to see the additional, punishment, but like I said, it is what it is, and we'll keep moving.
All things aside from all the distractions in the game, there still was a game played. There looked like there was a few mental mistakes between lack of communication. Is that something? How are you guys working to build that communication throughout the game?
Can you repeat that, please?
So it looked like there was a little bit of lack of communication with some of the passing to break NYC's back line. What are you guys working on to build a stronger communication out there on the field when things aren't going your way?
No, I mean, games are games. Each game is different. I think New York came in, start the game, it was a little back and forth, and then we kind of established some possession and dominance. I think once you do that, it's always tough because the opponent sits back. So you try to be creative, trying to find different ways to break the team down. And like I said, we just have to figure that out in training. The communication has always been good, but I think just getting on the same page. Now that we've dealt with that, we'll know how to approach it next game.
Darlington, what's been the coach's message to the team first after the weekend and then post disciplinary actions yesterday?
I'll continue doing what we're doing. Team is doing well, so we don't change anything. If anything, can we challenge ourselves, compete against ourselves? That's been his message throughout the season. Nothing changes, just continue to compete against ourselves and improve what we can improve. And no matter who's in there or who's out, no matter the case, just stick on the task and focus on the win.
That was the third game in 8 days for you guys, and you're battling against adversity in that situation, down a man, down a goal. Is there anything different about the fitness of this team this year compared to your experience in the past, where you, as a group, know that you can push through those moments, or is that really purely mental?
I haven't noticed anything different. I would say maybe purely mental. I would say just overall the group, good run of form. I think all those things just add up and make you feel better and make you feel like you can achieve certain things.
You won a cup with Portland. Is there significance for you going back there as an opponent?
A little bit, yeah, because I was there a long time winning the cup, but like in this game, teams change a lot over time. So there's only a few players left there, so maybe not as much as it would have meant. A lot of guys were there, but yeah, still good to go back there. So I have some friends there, so I'm looking forward to seeing them.
What are you going to tell your teammates about how difficult it is to play there as an opponent?
Yeah, just don't let the atmosphere, impact you. Go out there and continue to do what we're doing, focus on ourselves, play the game how we know how to play it, and the rest will take care of itself.
Darlington, what would you say about Aiden's return?
No, I'm happy to have him back. Missed the guy. Obviously, I'm close with him, so just happy that he's back and with the team and in good spirits. So looking forward to him being back with the team and playing games and continue where he picked off, playing great.
Well said. Thanks, y'all.
Thanks.